Brighton's finest.
This is Juice.
Right, well, how's the rehearsals going?
They're going okay.
Pretty long stuff.
It's all part of the game.
Yeah. Thanks for talking to me about your new album, Dark Days Canapes.
No pros, man.
It's out on the 18th, and I'm really looking forward to hearing it. You've released three singles from it now, is that right?
That's correct, yeah, 3.
And the latest one was Freak Show. I've just watched the video for it. So it's the second time you've worked with these guys, Zang and Knight.
That's correct.
Can you tell me how you got to know them and why you chose them to work with?
With a campaign, you kind of start to put the feelers out really to see what directors are about, who can work in your budget, and they were one of the few recommended. Amongst other names, and I kind of just looked at their show reel and felt that there was something interesting in their approach, and I decided to chat to them and just basically give them an idea of what the songs were about and try to build a relationship where it wasn't just one song and then another person do something else. It's kind of a case of I wanted to build a relationship over the course of a record, build identity, a visual identity that matches up with the record, so to speak. So yeah, that's kind of how it went about.
Well, I think it's a good reflection of what the songs are about. Can you tell me tell people who are listening who haven't necessarily seen it or heard them, what you're trying to convey in them?
They're kind of like hyper examples of what's going on in the songs, I guess. With Freak Show, it's kind of a dystopian existence where everyday things are now are scarce, and there's now synthetic replacements of the examples in the video of strawberries, birds, and I guess holidays, or kind of experiences away from your everyday existence. And that's kind of what's going on in the video. And Freak Show itself is kind of, I guess, buying our feelings through material goods. And, you know, I'm not for or against it, but I just felt like it was a topic I wanted to write a song about.
So you just see it happening in the world. It's interesting that you say you're not taking a stance for and against, because I feel like the video comes down on the side of this definitely being a dystopia.
Yeah, sure.
And I kind of felt like, you know, the beginning of the song, the first lyric is "Haven't left the city in months. I guess Westfield knows what I want." And I used to work in a bar in Westfield, so I really feel that.
Yeah.
I think consumerism and to some degree technology taking over are really, really interesting ones to choose. Is this going to be themes that appear throughout the album?
No. These are kind of the songs that were chosen by the label. Well, they saw as singles. I don't write singles. Well, yeah, I write albums. I like to write bodies of work. I don't really like the idea of working on tracks for the purpose of singles. So the label felt like these 2 particular songs were single material. So we used them for the single process. But the record is varied, as I always try to do in my songs and my albums. And these are the 2 examples of things going on in the record, really. Okay,
so what else can we expect?
Lots of stuff.
Nice and specific.
Things.
Okay, well, besides the 3 singles you've put out so far, what do you think is your favourite song from the album?
I don't have a favourite. I like them all. I like the body of work. I like the world that I've tried to create over the course of the record. I don't like the idea of choosing particular songs because my mind changes from day to day.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's my answer.
Brighton's finest. Juice.
How long have you been working on this album?
Around, in total, about 4 or 5 months. But not like straight, but kind of in total around 4 or 5 months.
And did you work with any exciting artists this time? I know you've worked with people like Nadine Shah, Lucy Rose in the past.
Everyone I work with is exciting to me. I definitely took a different approach to guests this time around, where I felt like I wanted to have more background vocals than actual features. So you've got as features. The only two features I would say are a lady called Ira, who's like a Norwegian singer-songwriter, I guess in the indie world, and Daddy G from Massive Attack.
Nice.
And then there's other voices on there. You've got Charlotte Haverley, who used to be part of Ash, who's on some backing vocals. You've got Delilah Holiday from Skinny Girl Diet doing some background stuff. She's actually on Freak Show, actually. She's the female voice in that. And then you've got Charlie Steen from the band Shane on Immigrant Boogie, actually, the vocal on that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of a backseat in terms of vocals this time around than in previous records.
What would you say the major departure is between this album and Shedding Skin?
Major departure, what does that mean?
I mean, I know that the big difference between Shedding Skin and the previous album was that you moved much towards a live sound. And as an artist, you're obviously always developing, your writing style changes.
Trying.
Yeah. So how do you look at this album now that it's finished, and then look at the album before it and think, wow, I'm really pleased with how I've developed that, how I've changed here and here?
I'm just trying to get the process a bit more, and I'm trying to just be a bit more potent with it, really, in terms of the actual the immediacy of the record, of the music. I want it to be a bit more immediate. I want the lyrics to be a bit more immediate, and what I did on this record anyway, and I feel like I've achieved that. And that's really it. It feels like a job interview when you do interviews. You just like,
sorry, man. I don't mean to.
This is not a reflection of you. It's something I've been thinking about. Like, yeah, it's kind of, you've got to really, explain why you did things. And for me, I made the record because I wanted to make something interesting, and I felt like I just wanted it to be, just a bit more of a development, a bit more of a, it's a more of a widescreen record,
I ask all these questions, but sometimes people are like, I had it all in my head when I started, and a lot of people are just like, well, I just wanted to write a song, I just sat down and that's what came out, so fair enough.
Yeah, I guess that is the way I work, to a certain extent, in the sense of nothing is kind of like, I don't have reams and reams of lyrics or books or whatever. I kind of just write when I feel like writing, and this record is a collection of the kind of songs and ideas, or song ideas that I've been collecting over the last year and a half, I'd say, 2 years.
Well, I look forward to hearing it.
Thanks, man. Much appreciated.
You're about to start a big tour. That's what you're in rehearsals for now.
Yeah.
With your live band, so it's cool to hear that you're sticking with that kind of live sound.
I've always had a live band. It just kind of developed over time. So yeah. Right.
And you're coming to Brighton on the 8th of November, and you're playing the Concorde too. That's a big venue.
Is it? I don't think I've been to Concorde. I've been to many Brighton places, not Concorde, but yeah, fine, big, good.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it'll be a good show. We sent a reviewer down to your last, or a show you did in 2015 at Comedia.
Oh yeah, Comedia.
Yeah, he was full of
low ceiling.
For it. Yeah, really low. Can't jump up and down.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he liked it.
Well, the Concorde's got a massive ceiling, so
good. Okay, we're moving up in the world.
This is
Juice,
Brighton's finest.
bringing the artists closer to you.